This is James from Functional Range Systems, and here I'm going to be showing you how to work on finger extension, PAILs, rails. So you're going to get into Quadruped. Now, I got myself a little bit of a towel here, and what I'm going to use this for is actually to get myself into the end range of finger extension in this quadruped position. The reason is, when you're in quadruped, you're not truly at end range finger extension because you still got a lot more degrees of freedom throughout those metacarpal phalangeal joints. And so to bias finger extension, you simply have to put a little bit of a wedge under those fingertips. Now, what's really important for this variation is that you focus on keeping the knuckles of on the palm side down on the ground. And that's going to allow you to work on getting yourself into end range metacarpal phalangeal extension, which is going to look like this, right? And so for finger extension, you're going to take that towel, put it under your fingertips. And in this quadruped position, since I only have one towel, I'm going to work on just this left side. If you have two or maybe something longer, you can work both both wrists at the same time. Now from here, I'm going to count to 4. As I count up, I'm going to keep my palm down on the ground, and I'm going to slowly work on the PAILs contraction. And I'm going to dig my fingertips into the towel and take 4 seconds to irradiate and increase that tension. And you're going to hold that for about a solid 6 to 8 seconds before you slowly ramp down. Now for the rails contraction, you're going to do just the opposite. You're going to think about lifting off of that towel. Now what's great about this towel is I can see the indentation of my pressure on the PAILs contraction. So on the rails contraction, I might not actually create liftoff, but what I will see is I will see a reduction of that indentation. That's how I know I'm actually reducing pressure on the towel. So that's very good visual feedback as to whether or not you're actually working on that rails contraction. Now, if this is a very tough position for you to create tension or rails contraction, you can simply take the towel out just for the rails contraction, or you can simply back off of it by coming out of wrist extension and still biasing some of that finger extension at the metacarpal phalangeal joint there. You can see that although I reduce my wrist extension, I'm still at that same angle of extension at the fingers. So from there, you can do the same thing, PAILs, rails, and here I have a couple more degrees of freedom so I can actually lift off. So I would actually want to work on here. If you want to make this tougher, you can double the height and work longer lengths for the PAILs contraction, shorter lengths for the rails contraction. You're going to want to make sure though that you keep your palm completely flat. Keeping your palm completely flat is going to allow you to actually work from the what's called metacarpal phalangeal joints. And so that's how you work finger extension, PAILs, rails in quadruped.